Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. What we're going to cover in today's broadcast is the astrology of the new moon that is coming up in the sign of Capricorn. We're going to talk about the general energy that the new moon in Capricorn brings. We're also going to talk about the specific aspects that are going on in the moon, the stargates, the chakra, the system of the body. We're also going to go into the Chandra symbol and then talk about the gene key. And I'm going to be talking about two different gene keys because this moon is actually really special. It's happening like right on the very edge of one gene key ending and another one beginning, or one gate ending and another one beginning. And it's a big deal. So I want to cover both energies because we're kind of hovering in between these two. Like the new moon is happening kind of in both of these places. So it's super exciting for me, I know, right? To do this broadcast also because this moon specifically is really, 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 really important for me personally, and I want to kind of explore that a little bit with you guys and just show you what's going on, just because it's going to be fun to dive deep. So we're going to do that today. I'm so excited. I want to say hi to everyone that's here. Hello, Carmelola. Welcome in. Hello, Alejandra. Hello, Lori and Ariel. Here I am. And everyone that's watching here, if you have not said hi in the chat, please do so I can say hi back. I love connecting with everyone. Before we dive in, I'm going to share with you a really epic thing that is happening on this new moon in Capricorn. So on Thursday, January 11th of this week, 2024, we begin our Aquarian Business School for Lightworkers. We just finished our Activate Your New Year Challenge in our global community, and all of the videos are now available to watch. All the replays have been uploaded. And what we did in this 5-day challenge is help you to set your big goal for 2024, help you to understand the sphere of the brand in your gene keys. And it's very much connected to business and spiritual business. And we also did meditations and Akashic journeys to help us tune into what does 2024 offer for us? What are the opportunities for 2024, and how are we going to activate that powerful frequency of manifestation into our lives? So letting you guys know about that, because the other thing the purpose of that whole challenge was to give you an idea of what our business school is going to be like. So if you are looking to launch your spiritual business, but you don't know exactly how to go about it, you don't know like step 1, step 2, step 3, we're going to tell you exactly how to do it. If you have been wondering or trying to figure out what is my purpose in terms of sharing my gifts with the world in this time, at this time, during this lifetime, but you haven't quite figured out exactly how to pin that down in terms of how to run your business through that lens, we're going to teach you exactly how to do that. We're diving into the Pearl sequence in the Gene Keys, which talks about what is your vocation, what is the culture, the atmosphere, the environment that you work best around. What is your brand? What are you here to offer the world? What are you here to sell in a positive way, right? Because it's your unique design. And then also, what activates prosperity in your life? There is a gene key for each one of those things, and we're going to dive deep into them, going through all of the lines, shadow, gift, city, and we're going to help you come up with your own like statement that defines who you are in terms of spiritual business. And we're also going to help you figure out what would be a good name for your business and so much more. I could go on and on. We're doing this course together with Ariel, who's actually here in the chat. The link to sign up and to get more information is below in the description of this video. But please don't miss out, because this is exactly the type of course that is going to help launch you to finally fully living your purpose and making money doing it. So the best of both worlds has like come together in this like epic new business model that we have just channeled through the process of creating the class. And we want to share it with you guys. So please come join us. There's a payment plan, or you can pay in full. It's a 6-week course. We start with our orientation on Thursday, and we meet every Saturday afternoon. I don't remember the exact time, but in the Pacific time, afternoon-ish. And we dive into each of these topics together. So it's going to be a magical, co-creative experience, because we're going to be working very close with each and every student in the class, very involved in the process of your creative flow, and teach you how to use your human design and your astrology to manifest and to best activate this energy of prosperity in your life. So come join us. We cannot freaking wait. We start on Thursday. I hope to see you guys there. Welcome in Native Mo. Welcome in Grace in the Stars and Marielle. Thank you guys so much for being here. So we're going to dive into this astrology of this new moon in Capricorn, and I'm going to tell you why it's such a big deal. Hello, Raessa. And also why it's actually a huge milestone for me in my own personal life. I know Raessa signed up for the course. I'm so excited. We're so excited that you're doing it. I can't freaking wait. Seriously. Hello, Courtney. Welcome in. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I upload videos and when I go live and all that good stuff. And also download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And then it will enter you into my email list. And that's the best way to stay in contact with all of the events that we have going on and all of the workshops. And please join us in our private global community, which is like our own private little Facebook thing, where we run free events, yoga classes, new and full moon ceremonies and rituals, like all kinds of stuff, challenges, like small challenges to help keep you like vibing with all the astrology. And it's a beautiful space to share in your passion of astrology and spirituality. So let me do a screen share of this new moon And again, thank you guys for being here. I am so freaking excited to go over this specific moon. Like, it blows my mind that we're finally here and that I'm finally doing this broadcast. It's like, what? Are you serious? Yes, it's actually happening. Okay, so let's go to the iPad share, and here we go. So you should be able to see the chart on the screen. The first thing, I'm just going to kind of dive right in, you guys. Where are we at? Right here. Okay. First thing that's really important. How do you know there's a new moon that is happening? Hello, Ping. Welcome in. Well, you're going to see the sun and the moon conjunct at the exact same degree. This moon is happening at 20 degrees, 44 minutes of Capricorn. Like, get out of here with that shit, okay? Right away is like, hang on a second, something's happening here, right? Like 2244, like it's too much. Epic, really epic. And then you have Pluto right here, who's in a little Capricorn stellium with these guys. And it just so happens that Pluto is at the last degree of Capricorn, which is a huge deal because once Pluto moves into Aquarius and it no longer retrogrades back into Capricorn, we will never see Pluto in Capricorn again for the rest of our lives. These transits of the outer planets take a long time, and the Aquarius one is going to be a long one. And this year, Pluto enters Aquarius. I think it dips back into Capricorn one more time, but then is fully by the end of the year in Aquarius, no longer in Capricorn. 29 degrees of any sign is called a critical degree. It's a very strong energy. It's like potent, but it's also ready for the next phase. It's like the culmination of the journey. All the degrees, like from 0 all the way to 29, they go through this sort of progression where it actually, yeah, right, we're excited to move forward too. It goes through this progression, and a lot of that Pluto in Aquarius is how we're tuning into that energy, and that's how we're channeling the new business model for the Aquarian age for our school. So yeah, Pluto in Aquarius has a lot to do with it. But anyways, the progression, the movement of the degrees mature the energy. And by the end of the transit, the energy is very mature. So this is super mature Capricorn energy. Pluto is the planet of ultimate liberation. It has to do with power, with exercising power, with having power, and then with like fully liberating ourselves. And it's about transformation, but in the deepest way, because Pluto rules the underworld, which is where the shadows live, where the truth lives. And if you can like master that realm of Pluto, I mean, I don't know who can, but if you can master and like face your shadows and go through the process of like transmutation, which is very much Plutonian energy, you will grow and you will evolve. And 29 degrees of Capricorn is like the ultimate ambition, the ultimate desire for success, the ultimate mount. It's like Mount motherfucking Everest. Okay. We got to the top, you know, like that's what this is all about. That's why this is so exciting energy and really, really cool, because it's going to be possibly, I'd have to look at the astrology, but possibly the last new moon in Capricorn with Pluto, quite possibly for the rest of our lives. So kind of crazy, right? Just that alone, I'm like, I didn't even talk about anything else yet. Okay. Like, this is how intense this is. But there are some other important aspects that are happening with this moon. And remember that Capricorn is about celebrating responsibility, success, ambition, goals, career, business, mission, life purpose. This moon is asking us to dive into and allow ourselves to really fully set intentions for these things. Like, how do you really want to show up in the world? That's Capricorn energy. It's 10th house energy. It's like you in the limelight, you on the stage of life, here to live your purpose and live your mission and fulfill your mission and have others see you and recognize you for that. So it's about stepping into leadership, power, responsibility, and my favorite, recognition. It's a beautiful time to step up and show up for the world and in your own unique way. That's why we're starting our business school on this day, because it will completely mark, it'll paint the whole program with the qualities and the power of this new moon in Capricorn. And it's exactly the energy that we need to support us through the process. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the other things that are going on with the moon. We have Saturn pretty much on almost exactly on a fixed star. And the fixed star that is found here at this degree of Pisces is Fomalhaut. Fomalhaut is known as the star of Christ's consciousness. It connects us to the frequency of one of the four archangels, Archangel Gabriel, who is the messenger of God. Hello, Maricela, welcome in. Christ consciousness, messenger of God. I mean, really. And Saturn is he is the ruler of this moon, which means that he's dispositing the energy through spiritual themes. Holy moly. Literally, spiritual business. I can't even with this shit. So, the wisdom that comes from experience, the wisdom that comes from trusting, the wisdom that comes from learning. Remember, Saturn is the lord of time and karma. He teaches us the karmic lessons. I feel intuitively that Saturn in Pisces is about learning the laws of the universe and how the laws of the universe work. Saturn brings in structure. The structure of the cosmos are the laws. The law of mentalism, the law of correspondence, the law of vibration, the law of rhythm, the law of cause and effect, the law of generation, the law of polarity. I mean, all of these are what makes up the universe and how the universe works. And when you know the structure and the pattern, you can navigate accordingly. Saturn invites us to massively manifest. And I feel like this is why this moon is even more powerful than I feel any moon that we've had in a while. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff about it, but this just itself is just whoa. Freaking epic. There is also from the moon, look at this, to Uranus, a fucking trine. Okay? Why is that? That's exciting to me. Uranus is the planet of change and revolution. Yeah, exactly. That's a wrap. Exactly, right? But we have a lot more to cover. Hello, Bernadine. Welcome in. She has Saturn at 26 Pisces. So, Uranus brings in change, revolution, unpredictable things. But a trine is a really cool surprise. It's a really exciting new thing that you can feel it coming. I feel it. I feel like this is a positive transit, but that's me intuitively tapping into it, right? If you're an astrologer, you can tap into the frequency yourself and see what it's telling you. And what it's telling me is that this is a positive thing. Yeah, unexpected means scary because it's unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. It could be, it could not be. But with a trine, I feel positive that it's going to feel really good. An exciting new energy is lurking. I wouldn't say lurking. I guess I would say more getting ready to just open up, like a door, like a portal opens up to new possibilities, new exciting things, and they relate to business. The interesting thing is that the moon is making a square to Chiron. And this to me is just remember that we're still healing. Remember that we're always on this path of healing. Remember that we absolutely need to redefine ourselves right now. Chiron, North Node, It's an exact, actually, this is really cool. And let's see if I had written this down, but it's an exact T-square, exact 20 degrees. This is gnarly, you guys, to the nodes. And of course, Chiron is right there. So there's the square to Chiron too. But what does that even mean? Let's put it all together. The nodes are about moving, like letting go of the past. What are you here to let go of? And then what direction are you supposed to be moving in? You're not supposed to get stuck in the past. You're supposed to transmute the past. You're supposed to let go of old relationships that no longer serve you, old karmic patterns, and learn to step into your individuality, to redefine yourself, and to be more independent, to trust yourself. And this is also about taking action on your own, trusting that you've got what it takes. You got to go do it. This is a Mars ruled energy, Aries. So you have to be courageous. I also feel even though the Fool card in the major arcana is not the card of Aries, it's actually, well, it's the card of Uranus. So that's actually kind of cool. But I feel when Aries energy comes around, it's kind of like the Fool because it's the first sign of the zodiac. And it's like the spark, that fire. I mean, according to the ancient Atlanteans, it's the spark, the fire that sparks the being into life. It's the creative spark. And that creative spark, like, knows no bounds, is infinite. And that's what the Fool card to me represents. It's like going into it like, fuck yeah. And you don't even know what's going to happen, but you're excited about it. You don't even care. And that, like, full trust in the journey is what guides you and takes you and teaches you in a really beautiful and powerful way. Because what happens at the end of the journey is the World card. And the World is basically, like, to me, if I was going to talk about it in these ways, it's kind of like Pisces energy. It's the end of the zodiac. It's the ultimate, like, enlightenment and spiritual liberation, and the ultimate of knowing who you are. You go on a journey. North Node Aries, we go on a journey to discover ourselves, discover who we are, to redefine ourselves, to heal any self-doubt. And then you move on the journey and eventually get to a place where, oh, I know who I am. I am that I am. I am that. I am the universe. I am the cosmos. I am cosmic consciousness. I am. And dude, it's the I am that I am. I can't even, this is crazy, dude. This is totally coming through really epically right now. Okay, this is really cool. Check this out. Mercury is on the galactic center. Okay. So, galactic center frequency is like the plasma that channels from the center of our galaxy, like the black hole, the center of our galaxy. The mind, Mercury is the mind. It's the connection to the Akashic of our universe or our solar system. It's tapping into, like, multi-dimensional and, like, quantum energies, quantum portals. Mercury is also the magician, and he rules astrology, right? So he's, like, also kind of, like, showing us the way. Like, you need to believe in the magic. You need to believe in, like, going beyond your edge. You need to trust. You need to take the leap and jump into the fucking void. Like a black hole. Hello. That's the ultimate void. A black hole, like, you will disappear when you jump in. But who cares? Because it's exciting. The journey is going to be, like, epic. So the only thing that I would say is kind of challenging here, and let me erase some of this stuff because it's getting a little out of hand, is right here. A square from Neptune to, or from Mercury to Neptune, which can bring confusion. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure that you have clarity about where you're going. You know, about what's coming in, about what you're channeling. Another beautiful transit. We've got Venus over here making a trine to the North Node and Chiron. And that's reminding us of the healing that can happen when we heal ourselves. See, Venus is the dispositor of the South Node. When we heal ourselves, Aries, we heal our relationships. We heal our past. If there was a meme that I just saw, Teal Swan posted it. What did it say? It said something like, or she shared it or something. I think it was, if you heal the past, if you can heal, backwards in time, like if you heal yourself, you can heal like the karma, the past lives. You heal backwards in time, and then you also heal like forwards in time. I don't remember it exactly, but it was way more epic than what I just said. But that's the thing. It's like forward and backwards. It goes both directions. It's like timeless. It's multidimensional. And not even to mention that Venus is on the great attractor, which is a point in astrology that is another epic, like Akashic energy. So the Akashic records and the Akasha, however you want to call it, is like, it's a huge, like, important theme that's going on during this time. We can tap into it. We can connect to it through the mind, and we can channel it. So we have to pay attention. And then it just keeps getting better and better, you guys. Mars is making a fucking exact trine to Jupiter. Like, you kidding me? Mars is drive and motivation. Jupiter is expansion. Mars is also in Capricorn. And it is guiding us towards action with all the themes of Capricorn. Everything that I mentioned in the beginning, like ambition, goals, future goals, like go do the work, man. Do the work that's going to materialize your vision, your dream. And Jupiter is going, hell yeah, I'm going to help you out with that. Let me sprinkle a little Jupiter dust on that bitch. Right? And open up the gates of like opportunity and abundance. I mean, this is crazy, because when I show you guys my chart, and I'm going to show you my chart because of a very specific reason, you're going to be like, what? I'm actually tripping out right now. And last but not least, Jupiter is also making a sextile to Saturn, the ruler of this moon. Get the F out of here with this shit. I can't even. Boom. Those are all good things, you guys. Who cares about the square to Neptune? Look at all this other epic stuff. Literally blowing my mind right now. And I haven't even gone like beyond the aspects. Like, this is insane. Let me check the comments real quick. Alejandra says, I love watching this just to see her react. I know. It's the funnest part, because I don't really look at it beforehand. I write it down, but I don't really like go deep into it until I'm like in it and channeling it. And then they pop out at me, these things, you know? It's the hypergate. Raessa says, reminds me of that meditation. Oh yeah, I am. Yes, exactly. Courtney went to the hermit stage where she needed to integrate everything that she's learned and remove all the old patterns. Yes, Courtney, I love it. I love when we get to that place. That's the best. Birds of a feather and we're in her flock. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. I love that. Yes. Thank you guys for commenting. Okay. So, epic stuff. But now I want to show you Well, let's continue, and I'll show you. Don't let me forget to show you my chart at the end, okay? Like that's going to be the cool thing, to come back and wrap it up with that. So please don't let me forget. What are the stargates that this moon is activating? All right. One of the major stargates is Lyra, Lyran energy. The Lyran starseeds are the oldest souls in the galaxy. And when you tap into Lyran energy, you're tapping into ancient ancestral wisdom. The other one we talked about was Fomalhaut with Saturn. So Archangel Gabriel, it's the fish. It's obviously it's a water energy, but it's about Christ consciousness and the cosmos. The chakra that this moon is connected to is the crown chakra, which is the chakra that allows us to channel the information that's coming from the divine and is entering into our body. It's the chakra right before the one that's above the head, which is the Ham, which is the ultimate like connection to spirit. The crown chakra is the pineal gland, and in the pineal gland we can like download information, divine light codes. So that's why we have to open ourselves up, especially with Mercury in the galactic center and Venus on the great attractor. We have to open up the crown to let the downloads in. And they'll guide us towards using the ancient ancestral wisdom and channel it into our own personal like journey of ascension. And the system of the body that is Capricorn is the skeletal system. So it's about structure, foundation, holding it together so it can work. So we have to focus on building a foundation and working within the structure that will sustain and hold it for like long term. These are long-term goals. I freaking love this stuff. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Alejandra. Let's talk about the Chandra symbol. Let me switch over to this screen, and we're going to look at this book, Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. The Chandra symbol, page 135. All right, here we go. The Chandra symbol for this new moon in Capricorn is a stately old house in a ruined condition. Interesting. Karmic entanglement in patterns, syndromes, and worlds which have no future. Dwelling in worlds apart and worlds gone by. Intent upon salvaging the essence spark of what was once there, and claims your allegiance still. You are heavily drawn back in a virtual stupor or enchantment of following out a script, fulfilling a fate. Every line written ahead of time, starchy and formal, haunted, intrigued, bound up within what would seem to be no longer happening, yet inwardly brooding all pervasively upon the reverberations and echoes of what went wrong, of what was lost, of the severances and the tragedies, doomed to stay in the lost places until divine spirit inter motherfucking veins. Self-sentenced to limbo, half glad of it and half miserable and full of longings. Dude. The key words, until, lost until divine spirit intervenes. And where is Saturn? In Pisces. Enough said. That's crazy. We have to let spirit intervene. We have to let the divine intervene into our lives. We have to stop acting like we're in control. Let the driver of your car drive the car. Stop trying to let your mind drive your life. Damn. Okay. Let's talk about the gene key. There's 2 gene keys, okay? Because when I was looking at this, I was like, oh, it's the 54th And then I was looking at Dylan, and he was going to do a class. He's doing a class on it tomorrow, and he said it's the 61. And I was like, wait a minute. And then I looked at it again, and I was like, technically it's the 54. But it's literally 1 minute from the 61. So I'm going to read both because that's how I roll. I'm like, I want more information, so let's dig it up. Let's talk about it. The 54th gene key is called the serpent path. It moves from the shadow of greed to the gift. Dude, when I said that, I saw 444. The gift of aspiration and the city of ascension. But let's read about the city. Physical alchemy. The 54th city is a relatively well-documented city compared to many of the other 64. It is one of the cities that is actually triggered through continual pressure of aspiration. This is the city of seekers. I'm going to cry because of what I'm going to show you. Through research into the 64 gene keys and the associated science of hologenetics, it has been found that a disproportionate number of mystics and enlightened sages have the 54th city as one of their prime gifts. Perhaps the best known of these is Paramahansa Yogananda, one of the great mystics of the 20th century, who had this city in his life's work. Ooh, does anybody have? Somebody did say they did. Oh my God, earlier today we had it. The 54th city concerns the notion of ascension, the continual alchemical transformation of matter into spiritual essence. Dude, that's the Merkaba. Like spirit descends into matter, but then through the Merkaba, we can ascend back to spirit. Here, the base energy of ambition is experienced at its highest frequency and becomes the continual pressure to keep ascending up the hierarchy. At these levels, however, we are no longer talking about social or material hierarchy, but the spiritual evolutionary ladder, which consciousness itself ascends on the return to its own source. One of the common allusions of the 54th city concerns the Hindu concept of Kundalini, the so-called serpent power lying coiled at the base of the spine. The goal of most transformational yogic systems is the awakening of this primal energy, which is said to rise up and activate each of the higher centers or chakras as it ascends to the human body. Many people have discovered to their detriment how dangerous premature or forced awakening of Kundalini is to the human nervous system. Some people have indeed suffered severe psychological disorders because of the terrific currents of energy that such sustained yogic practice can unleash. Most yoga systems have accommodated to this danger over the centuries by offering step-by-step guidance to such meditations with a great deal of physical preparation and cleansing early on. With this 54th city, as we have seen at all levels, there is a need for deep grounding within the material realm. What is so interesting about this city is not its manifestations, which have been very well documented, but the way it has spiritually conditioned so many people. There exists enormous confusion in the world concerning spiritual paths, especially now that the West has become such a melting pot for all great mystical cultures and traditions. There is a particular path for every single person, and any other path than your own, especially at higher levels, can cause delusion and can even become dangerous. Every single person who has attained a Siddhic state of realization speaks through their specific cities. However, if the sage is speaking through a city that is not part of their own genetic makeup, it can easily become confused. Anyone who has attained a state of realization knows this dilemma. It is impossible to realize it. Thus, the great sages attempt to convey the energy behind their state rather than its trappings. The 54th city of Ascension is a very particular path. Nice, Ariel. It concerns the transformation of the gross currents within the body into more and more refined currents. It is the essence behind many of the great tantric and alchemical yogic systems. However, in order to work with these systems, you must have the necessary aspiration. This is not something that should be forced. Aspiration is a predetermined energy that carries the seed of the final flowering within it. Dude, this is talking about manifestation. Any other energy will not carry this same seed. This is not to say that people cannot have heightened experiences of consciousness through such systems. They can, but only if you have the seed of this city already within you at a genetic level can you attain the final permanent flowering through these kinds of techniques. True ascension is activated automatically through the lower frequency of aspiration. At a certain point, a spontaneous physical transformation begins to rack the body. Techniques at this stage are over and done with. The process of ascension takes over, and you are absolutely helpless to stop or interfere with it. All fluid memory must be erased, personal, cultural, and genetic. It all has to be burned from the body. Ooh, that's like a fever, dude. The Kundalini energy has often been likened to a fire. Actually, it is more like a liquid fire, and the water molecules within the physical body are vaporized to create a steaming process in which spiritual essence is refined. After a certain period of time, sometimes spent in intense physical agony, stillness reigns over the body, and you experience the purity of consciousness without thought. Even at this stage, the steaming process continues as the physical body becomes more and more translucent. Ascension is an incredibly physical sequence of events. It has nothing to do whatsoever with modern systems of involving visualization or cerebral meditation. It usually follows many years of seeking by someone whose very path is to seek and aspire to higher planes. So many people have been conditioned to seek higher consciousness through these kinds of routes, but they truly do not belong there. Neither does the seeking itself activate the ascension process, since it is merely the manifestation of a totally mysterious and intensely felt urge to know more. Woo! For those who do not belong on this path, it is a truly dangerous one. For those who do, it is effortless and spontaneous. One aspires, and sooner or later, one ascends. It is really as simple as that. Dude. And this energy is right there on the edge with the 61st. The Holy of Holies. The 61st moves from the shadow of psychosis to the gift of inspiration to the city of sanctity. Dude. So let's read about the city of sanctity. Entering the unknowable. In arriving at the 61st city, we approach a great mystery, the mystery of life itself. The inspiration pouring through the higher reaches of the 61st gift is a stream of sparks from a great transformation occurring within every human being who approaches the inner door. As we have seen, the manifestations of inspiration are unimportant to the one who is truly inspired. These manifestations are simply the myriad colors of the experience itself, and as such, are wonderful to those outsiders who are witnessing the process. Sooner or later, however, inspiration comes to an end. The process exhausts itself as it throws out all the mythic identities contained within your DNA. As you enter the field of the 61st city, a huge, pregnant silence descends, and all your mental activity abruptly ceases. We're talking the 54 moves right into the 61, you guys. Here, inner truth resides. In Western mythic traditions, this is the place that is called by many places the Ark of the Covenant, the Grail Castle, the Holy of Holies, the Celestial Palace. In the East, it is generally described as a state, enlightenment, nirvana, samadhi, or such term. The 61st city is neither a place nor a state. It is the inner experience of sanctity, of being one with the divine. Within this city, true reality dawns. The pressure that creates humanity's mass psychosis is no longer routed directly into the human brain, but is refused and rerouted through the solar plexus system, which houses a far more advanced system of awareness. Once the pressure of awareness is removed from the brain, the question of why finally ceases, and all other questions emerging from it, such as how or who, also die. However, the pressure must go somewhere, and indeed it does. Through the medium of the solar plexus center, it goes everywhere. It is through the constantly vibrating wave frequencies emerging from the solar plexus that awareness is carried beyond the body into every corner of the universe. You immediately find yourself both completely empty and yet endlessly full. The experience of sanctity is paradoxically an experience with no experiencer, and is one of the greatest mysteries of evolution. Once it has been entered in, it cannot end, and must be differentiated from all other mystical experiences or higher visionary states. Such states occur at the higher reaches of the 61st gift. A human being in whom the 61st city is being revealed is nothing but a human vehicle manifesting pure, universal awareness. This state of sanctity is the underlying nature of reality, and until you come to rest within it, you are always asleep. For those of us outside of this realization, such a person seems to be a god. They ripple with divinity and exude the strange, unearthly essence that humans refer to as holiness. This is insane. They emit a frequency of such availability and at the same time such power that we find them either irresistible or terrifying. These are people who we, in our psychosis, deify and worship. We do so to our detriment because the whole point of such a presence among us is to demonstrate the fact that every human being's inner divinity. For one of us to settle into the realization of our inherent divinity, all we need to do is entertain another who has already realized this inner truth. The being within the 61st city no longer knows any difference between you and him or her. Because of this state of consciousness has always existed and will always exist within every part of the universe, such a person cannot help you in any way. They simply serve as a mirror of your own inherent divinity. So to be in the presence of the 61st city is no guarantee of anything, and in some respects can lead to more confusion. What really has to occur in the deep understanding inside you that you are asleep is the deep understanding inside you that you are asleep, and this understanding can be greatly facilitated by a mirror. However, to remain with a mirror frequently leads to worship of the mirror, which prevents your own realization. This is why, for example, Buddhists say that if you meet the Buddha along the road, you must kill him. The 61st city is about living life without answers. It is about simply becoming the mystery of who you are. Only when all answers finally fall away does the inner truth dawn. If there is a city that negates all words, descriptions, and answers, it is the 61st city. Life is a mystery. Enlightenment is a mystery. Inner truth is a mystery. No matter what you do to try to solve the mystery, you will never come closer. There is no attitude you can adopt in response to the mystery, since all such things are subtle attempts at solving it. You simply must come to realize that you know absolutely nothing. And this profound revelation can only occur in its own way and at its own time. For humanity, in its current phase of evolution, the 61st city can only cause infuriation. It is better that we forget all about it and bring our focus to the gift level, where our mind at least has something to grasp and something to aim for. Once you have pulled yourself clear of your psychosis, it is simply a matter of time before the city also arrives. The vehicles we currently inhabit, extremely limited in terms of their awareness operating system, which favors the development of the mind, are extremely limited. Therefore, we must respect the phase of evolution through which we are passing and enjoy what lies before us. The 61st city is really a matter of luck at this stage. If the vehicle you are sitting in happens to mutate, then you are in luck. The future, however, holds a different story. The 61st city will become far more commonplace in the next few hundred years, because humanity is in the process of making a quantum leap. The children who will begin to arrive on this planet will carry this city of sanctity in their bones. What did I tell you? This is the skeletal system. They will radiate it through every pore, and they will carry it out into the world with them. They will be the living embodiment of life's mystery, of life's potential in form. They will bring a balance back into the world that will see the mind cease its turbulent search for an ultimate answer. In the final analysis, we are the answer. Damn. And now, the magic. Are you ready? This is so crazy. Okay. The gene keys are pure like vibration. There's no commentary needed after you read one of these chapters. All right. I'm going to show you the screen in a second. I'm just pulling it up. So, who is aware of progressions? So, your progress chart basically shows you what phase of life you are in. And depending on what phase the moon is in your progress chart, tells you what cycle you're experiencing. So, I currently have, this is going to be really fun. I'm just going to do a reading for myself. No, I'm just kidding. I currently have my progressed moon in Capricorn literally hitting the full moon, exact full moon degree on January 11th, 2024. Here's the Capricorn energy. Your concept of the world has grown fast, but the expansive inspiration belonging to Sagittarius now fades as the focus shifts to controlling the environment. You may feel that your world has become oversized and therefore threatening as a result of your Sagittarian phase. Your energy turns inward again and you seek to put your house in order. No new input is required, since the new internal furniture supplied courtesy of Sagittarius is marshaled into some semblance of order. Fear also belongs here, the fear of chaos, out of which can come failure. My moon is reaching the full phase. Basically, this is where we're at. What does that mean? This is the time to reap the rewards. By the way, this is a phase that started a long time ago, 14 years ago. This is not a time for new projects or ideas, but rather a harvesting of that which is already there. This is the time to collect, the time to receive, to pick the fruit, for now it is in its prime. This is the climax of the cycle where the energy is at its peak. Collect the fruits of your labor. They are ripe. The full moon phase states that the seeds have grown and you experience the fulfillment or outcome of the new beginnings made 14 years earlier. I'll show you when that was. These rewards may be positive or negative depending on the crop that was planted back at the new moon phase. The important point to make about this lunar phase is that regardless of the energy or the area into which you have been putting your energy, the process has now culminated, reached its peak, is in its prime. The confronting part of this harvesting lunar phase is in recognizing that this is harvest time. For some, this can be easy with the harvest being bountiful. Others may be disconnected with the harvest and wait for it to get better. I'll just stick with this job out for a few more years and then I'll get the promotion I want, is the sort of statement that can occur around a full moon. However, a full moon doesn't get any better than this. There is no promotion. This is the peak of the cycle. So let me show you. This is where it gets insane, okay? Secondary progression. I'm still trying to figure this shit out, okay? This is my chart in the middle and my progress chart outside. I can't even right now. Look, my moon right now is exactly at 20 degrees 44 minutes, okay? We just talked about where this new moon is happening. I'm going to go back in time because I want to tell my story. We're going to go back to when my new moon started 14 years ago. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. Right around January 26th of 2010 was exactly right when I attended my first peyote ceremony. And in that ceremony, I literally felt my grandmother's spirit like hugging me. It was the most powerful fucking experience I'd ever had up to that point. It completely changed my life. It launched me fully into a spiritual journey where I searched for myself, where I went through my dark night of the soul. My Saturn return was a few years later. I experienced death in a very intense way in my life. Yeah, exactly right. And I set the intention. It started me on this like epic journey of finding home. And home is where the heart is. Of finding myself and of finding, the right people, the right community, the right everything. Cancer is an energy ruled by the moon, which means that my new moon, progressed new moon that happened in 2010 was literally the moon goddess initiation. Like, I now run a program called the Moon Goddess Training. Like, back then, I had zero clue about astrology, period, or that there was new or full moons. None of that was in my energy field, my awareness, anything like that. But this energy is a straight up, like, Goddess Isis, Moon Goddess initiation path. I started my own initiation into embodying the Moon Goddess, the High Priestess, all of that. And it was a gnarly experience. It was not easy. It's been insane. But for 14 years, I've literally been building to this point right now. Because 14 years later, you have the full moon, which is the culmination of that new moon, the intentions that you set 14 years before. This is so insane. The other thing is that I wanted so bad to like be of service to the world and like share my spirituality and like guide people, because I knew I was a teacher, but I didn't know why. Now I know. I'm a projector. I'm here to be the satellite, to channel the insights and be a channel for grace, which is one of the names that came through these last 14 years for my business. The full moon is literally happening in Capricorn in the sign of business and career, meaning that my culminating path, it started here in home in my field, and it started with me fully stepping into my mission and my purpose on this planet at this fucking time, okay? This is insane. So I'm going to reset, and I want to show you guys something else. I'm going to add the transit chart, and I'm going to move forward a couple days until that new moon in Capricorn. Then I'm going to take a picture of it, and I'm going to show you how insane this is. Okay, let's get the exact minutes here. Okay, let's take a picture. Yeah, give me 1 second. All right, here we go. It's just so you guys could see it better, okay? And I have something else to show you too, right? So here we go. My progress full moon is happening at 20 degrees of Capricorn. This on January 11th, okay? The new moon that's happening on January 11th is also happening exactly at 20 degrees of Capricorn. Okay? And yeah, this is all happening in my 7th house of relationships. It's making energetic connections to my Jupiter, which is abundance, prosperity, opportunity, your big energy. I have Jupiter in fucking Capricorn, okay? And my Neptune, which is about intuition. And my Neptune is Lyran frequency, which is ancient ancestral wisdom that channels through intuitively. And then my progress sun is over here at 20 degrees of Cancer in my 1st house of the self. So that's rare. Okay. Like, I wish I could talk to like someone who like really, really good at progress charts, because I know that this shit doesn't happen every day. When I saw this, I was like, are you kidding me right now? I'm having my exact progress full moon on January 11th. There's a new moon in Capricorn, like full moon and new moon. Like, what the heck? This is like a multi-dimensional portal. But wait, there's more. I'm going to show you something else, okay? Because now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to click on transits, and I'm going to go back to 2019. Let's go years. What happened in 2019? Let me show you. March, April, May, June, July. Okay. Give me 1 second. Yep, 2019. There was a new moon Here it is. It's in my 1st house, okay? It was a new moon solar eclipse in Cancer at 10 degrees conjunct the North Node. And that was the day I got married. So anyways, just to show you, like, this whole thing is blowing my mind, because there's a lot of, this is a huge theme for me right now. And it's crazy. And I feel it intensely. Yeah, I'm good. And I feel it intensely. And it's like blowing my freaking mind. You guys, like, I really don't even know what's like going on, but it's huge. Like, I feel it. So that's what I wanted to show you guys, because I figured it would be fun for you guys to know, like, this is a huge thing. Progress full moon is no joke. And then from now on, it's like the sustaining of that energy into the future. It's like, now it's like these, it's not a growth energy. It's about now you get to enjoy like all the hard work. Like, this is where all the good stuff starts coming in. It's like, it's on autopilot now. And I can tell you, I promise you that I've been working literally my freaking ass off since I like launched into my spiritual journey. So this is crazy. It's freaking wild. So this new moon is not just your everyday new moon. We're going to freaking party, okay? Like, we're going to have like my full moon, like progress full moon party and new moon party in the community. So like, come join us on Thursday night and come take our business school, you guys. Dude, this is the freaking energy you want to be initiating with. No joke. You are getting like the best of me, literally. This is like the culmination. Like, this is me at, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, it's just so exciting to like do all of this and be here at this time. And I just feel, yeah, I know. I'm like, I gotta have a party, dude. This shit only happens every 28 and a half years, you know? You only have a full moon progress in your chart every 28 and a half years. Like, I have to celebrate. Exactly. So this is going to be freaking epic. And I hope to see you guys at our Aquarian Business School to set some epic intentions and to help you step fully into your unique design. And I hope to see you at our party Thursday night, virtual dance party. I'm going to DJ. It's going to be freaking epic. I can't wait to see you guys there. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I know I am like having the best week of my life, even though it's like a birthday. I know, even though there's all this crazy stuff going on, I'm like, I feel so excited. And that's what I'm like aspiring to. Like, I have aspired a lot, right? This Jinky was talking about, what do you aspire to? Dude, I've aspired, like, I've got big visions about myself. So I feel really good about what is happening right now in my life. I'm being recognized as a projector. Like, a couple weeks ago, like, the Leo King shared my thing. I know it's not that big of a deal for some people, but I've been waiting a long time for like little things like that, little messages and synchronicities like that start telling me that, like, yes, you're on the right path. The Leo King shared our Leo King Human Design Astrology video. Teal Swan shared our Teal Swan video. Like, she shared it on her Facebook that has like over 2 million followers. Like, this is insane, you guys. This shit is like, it's so loud to me. It's so loud. Hello, Belinda. You missed a good one. You better watch the replay. Yes. So this is epic, you guys. Thank you. All of you that are like have been part of my freaking journey. Like, thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being drawn to me. I always trust that the exact person is going to show up into my life. I never worry about that anymore. I've literally like just let go. Like, I don't even care in a good way, because I know that the universe has my back. I know that the universe will recognize me. And what's been happening lately is I've been feeling that full on recognition. And it's like, damn, that feels good. And the signature of a projector is success. And even though, yeah, I don't make like fucking millions of dollars, but you guys, like, I literally went from making zero zero with just the aspiration to like have a spiritual business to like, look at me now. I have my own community, my own network. I like have courses. I'm like a teacher, all these things that I wanted back then that I was like, wow, like I would admire people that could do that. I'm actually fucking doing it. Like I put in all of these years to get to where I am. No, it has not been easy, but damn, it feels good. So don't give up, I guess would be my message. Freaking get started. If you feel like you haven't started, get started. Just do it. It's going to be amazing. Yes, it is freeing. It is freeing. Like a while ago, like my husband used to have to like, when we started dating, he like I was poor AF, you guys. We met in like 2016 and he had to give me money to like buy gas and shit. Okay. Like he had to like give me money so I could buy groceries. And before I knew him, I was like, I don't know how I was surviving. Somehow. And then like over these last few years, like I'm the one helping him sometimes now. You know what I mean? I mean, we help each other, but it's like fucking crazy to me that I don't really ever have to worry. Like I used to be like, oh, I'm going to go overdrawn because I only have like $30 in my account. You know what I mean? Like I know some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. Like I lived that life. I used to be like, oh my God, I have like $20 in my wallet. Like, yeah. I used to be like, oh my God, in 2 weeks, I'm going to get my paycheck and then I'll be able to like get this, or like, oh crap, I can't pay my bill right now. So it's going to be late, but I'll be able to pay it in a few days. Like I lived like that. And now like that is non-existent in my life. Like, yes, the money comes and goes and it goes through these highs and lows, which is a normal part of being an entrepreneur and having a business. But I don't ever feel that lack. Like I cleared myself of that lack mentality. And because of that, I have activated the abundance that I feel now and I have now in my life. And that has come because I have literally worked my ass off to try to step into my design, to try to like be who I am. And the universe takes care of it, because when you align to the frequency, it's like you're aligned, then you're aligned. You're taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. It's like a magical place to be. Yes, I still worry about some stuff here and there. You know what I mean? But like, you know, going from that to like now I look back and I'm like, damn, I don't even have those fears anymore. I don't have those worries anymore. I don't like spend days worried about whether I'm going to have enough money to like buy groceries. And it's on my own, you guys. I did it all myself. Like I created all of this. And now it's like this beautiful thing that is like serving the community and serving the world. So I feel pretty freaking good about it. So if you're here, you're like part of that energy. And I value all of you guys so much. And every time like somebody joins our community or like shows up to one of our meetings or our events, like I feel that gratitude. Like I sit back and be like, wow, like I created this, like I fucking built this. And I used to be so afraid and so like doubtful of myself. Yes. And then that's gone. Like I trust now, and it's freaking amazing. So thank you guys for letting me share like a little bit of what's going on for me right now, you know? Yeah, it's amazing. And then I'm inspired to help you guys do that too. Like that's literally my mission, to help you guys do that too. So thank you guys all so much. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week, a powerful new moon. Please come join us in our community. Please come check out our school. Come join us in the school. It's gonna be fucking epic. So I'll see you guys next time. Sat Nam.